大家好，我是七月莹，今天要继续 SCP 的第3个案件了。我看一下哦 SCP-660 陶土子宫 Safe 级，真的假的？不用玩吗？我以为要玩，但是不用玩。SCP-143，咦，这边都不用玩。SCP-261没了。3点55分。马上治好，跟特你不来吗？那不适合我。什么东西？你们在说什么？嘿卡尔，每月讲座。哦，所以我是工作到一半，然后发现崔福博士有意思，我也要参加。点选此处进入培训系统。哦，逆魔营从入门到失忆。哈？Level 4，我还是 Level 1进不去这个。我与 SCP-1762，看来这次的 SCP 是1762，跟那个陶土子宫没有关系。
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people.
要讲什么？
Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard
这盆栽是不
before.
是已经枯掉
A
了？
real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story.
感觉顿
The
顿的。
story takes place in
不太
a
流
world
畅啊，这个
of
动画。
long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel. One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of
严
chickenpox.
重的水
It
痘。
made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him
校长。
isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
我们现在是进到了故事书里面吗？
Mr. Daniel, while up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you'll practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
D 哦，是翻页的意
Daniel
思。
was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
Start 1。等一下 ASD 突然音游。
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
为什么有红色？
Huh?
红
Who's
色感觉
there?
就很不妙。
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
翻页。换我操控了。哇，好酷哦！但是好花哦，太花了吧？查看。
It was a mouse trap, and there was a red
夹了一只
origami
龙。
paper dragon inside of it.
1。
Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful.
好酷哦！
The only problem was part of its wing was damaged. But Daniel found a way to repair it.
修补它的办法。什么？加减乘除？哈？
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world
所以纸
below.
龙为什么会被夹在捕鼠夹里？
He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo! Dragon! Soar!
不愧是小孩子。
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep
龙
them
飞起
open.
来了，
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
怎么
The
了？
next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
老旧的收音机，有个吵。
Our town is located in the plains where earthquakes are not particularly common.
地震
Although there are
17处
17
断
fault
层
zones
带，
around us, they are all inactive.
总感觉有点多，多吗？我也不知道。
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
纸团
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up,
哇
the，ball
会自己
suddenly
动
came
的
to
纸
life,
团呢。
and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
好的，我觉得这个帐篷还蛮不错的，但是它就只睡在这里吗？感觉很硬哎，真的没问题吗？等一下，纸团呢？哦，跑到那里去了。哈？这是要追他的意思吗？哦，追
Just
到了
as。he was about to seize the rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it.
这也太可怕了吧！
Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger.
这也太可怕了吧！
At that moment, a red figure suddenly
Oh.
appeared.
谢谢你，纸龙。
The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box.
纸龙，我的超人，笑死！
Daniel studied the red figure carefully. It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy.
谢谢你
He
救
walked
了
closer
我。
to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and
为
backed
什么？
away.
为
Just
什么害
then,
怕？
Daniel had an idea.
灵机一动，
He took out his penny whistle and slowly
啊，
played
又
a
要
tune.
吹哨笛，我真的是差点没按到。
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound
非
very
常喜
much.
欢哨笛的声音，
It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up and down in the air. Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends.
滴，翻页，他怎
The
么？
paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
咦？
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally
时隔
meet
多
again.
年，终于重逢。
Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions,
房
as
间
the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit anytime.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic.
房间是指纸箱吗？
Daniel rushed to find a watercolor
水
pen
彩笔
and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
留下标记。Here be dragons.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel.
好神秘哦
During this time,
看
Daniel
不是很
introduced
懂
many
耶
of his friends to the paper dragon.
丹尼尔把自己的朋友介绍给子龙。什么朋
Our
友？
cat's name is Mrs.
哦
Carter.，
猫咪。
Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends. That's Duke, Mrs.
正在
Jessica's
偷
pet.
尿尿。
He doesn't like rainy days
杰
or
西卡
Mrs.
太太。
Carter. Only smoked sausages fit his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it didn't understand him.
子龙没有名字。
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound
小
better.
迪。
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together
Huh?
in the attic.
Let's play cat.
这真的没问题吗？感觉会一球把子龙给砸了。怎么感觉有点可爱啊？咦，为什么按到最上面，它反而没有把球丢出去啊？嘿，
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
咦，
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke
滚
billowed
狼
out,
烟窜
followed
出。
by several paper balls. Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel
飞舞
and
一
rushed
圈
right，back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped.
怎么感觉
Facing a friend's farewell without a
纸箱有
formal
点可
goodbye,
怕？
Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle, day in and day out.
对着纸箱练习吹哨笛。我又要玩音游了
As the
吗？
days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother.
啊，好像没有。
One day, the box suddenly began to move.
咦，感觉不太妙。 龙呢？
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
太多敌人纸团了吧？
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls.
为什么会地震啊？
This time, the paper balls used new
新的
tactics.
战术。
They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper.
太多了吧？
Began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the
太
paper
多了
dragons
吧？
as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other.
我们现在是要修纸龙好，
Seeing
还
the
是
injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious.
丹尼尔十分着急？
Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper
击
ball.
穿纸团。
And then came another paper dragon.
我们不能碰那个纸球吗？
The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape
哦，
back into the box.
地震应该停了吧？
The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper,
救不回来
and
了
a。silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers
拿
and
起
treated them
贴
at
纸
once.
治疗他们。好亮，箱子里也太亮了吧！就只能救这些，贴上贴纸。诶，我飞去哪里了？飞回箱子里了吗？抚平贴上贴纸。
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the
哇，
box.
超多朋友！
The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored
彩
threads,
色
they
丝
merged
线
with，the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic.
感觉很挤的样
eagerly
子。
took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
又要吹笛子了，我的天！我不是很喜欢玩这个音游，我觉得它有点麻烦按，这个得分也很莫名其妙。我要这个得分干嘛？这个跟成就
In
有
the
关
sweet
吗？
melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
龙族世界为什么突然到了外面？兔子，哦，是龙欸，是真的大龙欸。虽然它翅膀有点卡卡的，但是是龙欸。一张纸，
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down
长信。
towards Daniel to tell their story.
太多信了吧？要看到什么时候？
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a
幻
long
界
spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants
巨人又再次蠢蠢欲
they
动。
have
巨龙是对吧？巨人是那个纸团
to
吗？
invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to
摧毁
destroy
你们的
your
房间。
for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only
房
be
间是
temporary.
纸箱吗
We？will not be apart forever,
不是很懂，
and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
不是很懂。
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his
可
new
能
friends
再也见
again.
不到这些新朋友了。
A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully
嘴都
recovered.
康复了，
He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned.
装入背包。积木， 棒球，2本书，还有另外一个积木，最后把哨底放回去。
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
感觉不是很妙啊。
Just then, countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box. However, it seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
来得及修吗？
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons.
全力治疗受伤的纸人。哦。啊！咦，他们不见了。救他们！来不及救啊！等一下。怎么他们一下子就……哎，还有吗？还有一只。哦，我的天哪，太多了吧！
The paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the
牢
corner.
牢固定在墙角。
Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violet lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds.
好像有个
The
脚，
entire attic became overwhelmed
太
with
红
its
了，太
evil
红了。
aura.
The earthquake is growing stronger! Now with a magnitude of 7.1! Heaven almighty! Are we doomed?
The giant unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragons struggled against it, with no means of fighting back. At this critical
危
moment,
急时
two
刻，
paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant.
有
Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple.
发生什么事了？
The giant's figure could still be seen in the
依
thick
旧
smoke,
在浓烟之中。
evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger.
啊？为什么？
It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is growing stronger still! The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years!
居然造成地震
Will！this nightmare ever end?
With the paper dragons now all but defeated,
哦，
Daniel
最
spotted
初的
a
一
frail
个纸
figure in
龙
the，distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers,
蹭蹭
as if
小
this
指
whole，crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand
感
what.
觉要去牺牲了。
Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star.
哦，挺好看的。
At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
A huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else in the attic. The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
他觉得还能修复它们。哦，太碎了吧！捡起来，捡起来，捡起来。怎么都没有人来阁楼上关怀一下丹尼尔啊？不是都已经大地震了吗？突然要拼拼图，应该是这样子吧？拼起来了。
Goodbye, my friend.
小弟回不来了，解除成就，长情告白。
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe.
有没有人来阁楼关怀一下丹尼尔？
A few days later, the
艺
art
术节
festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
该不会又是我演奏吧？伴我飞行啊，原来是独奏吗？我以为有人跟我一起演奏，结果没有。啊，果然又是我演奏，行吧。A S D F A S D F A S D F 空白 A S D。他现在给我看这些，我根本就来不及去看，好吗？我如果一直不按，会发生什么事啊？有人去试过吗？哇，彩虹耶！有种好多极光飞过去的感觉。这个是只有丹尼尔看到还是
And that's how the story ends. Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
已经被收容起来了。龙出没，解锁成就啊！咦，结束了哦。所以这个人后来成为 SCP 里的一个博士，1762。巨龙初级，好可爱的纸龙，我超爱它们，太酷了。然后呢，现在它们被收容在哪里？生物研究所。哦，好像很厉害。纸箱呈现静止状态。根特，你是怎么知道这些资讯的？我以为你没参加每月讲座。 该不会是偷偷参加了吧？哦，哇！收容物并不适合你。少来了根特，推妻如山的童话书里整理资料还挺可爱的。怎么感觉有点好笑啊？根特是把它当黑历史了是吗？我来这里已经1个月了，已经完全适应这份工作。工作内容是处理一些档案，绝不会枯燥乏味。除了一些荒诞的笑话，大多数档案都十分令人着迷。最近常出现幻听，有人在呼唤我，声音低沉模糊，似乎在诉说着什么。我根本不明白那其中的意思。我应该去看一下医生，但是佐伊跟我说那只是常见的菜鸟综合症。菜鸟综合症是什么？过几天就会好的。但愿如此。2012 9月14号，好像结束了耶。怎么好像结束了啊？看一下哦，接下来又恢复到整理资料的状态了。